What's going on, my beautiful governors? Welcome to Spartan Gaming and welcome to a new Rise of Kingdoms video. Today we have another 5 amazing tips that will give you more value in Rise of Kingdoms. As always, if you guys have another tips and tricks, don't forget to leave that in the comment section. And in this video, if you see any tips that you didn't know, tell me which one was it. Without further ado, let's start with tip number 1. Let's say you are in KVK or Season of Conquest Heroic Anthem. You know that this map will be all covered with fog. And what I want you to do is actually clear that fog manually with your scouts. The reason is, the first thing, if you take a quick look at here, it says explored all fog in the Lost Kingdom. I've already did it and I will get 1000 gems plus 3 gold keys. But the key is not clearing the fog with this Lost Kingdom maps, because when you clear the all fog from the map, what happens if I use this? We will get 5-minute speed ups for every single kingdom map. So basically, if I use all 510, I will have 2550 minute speed ups in total. Let's do it. I've saved all of them. I didn't spend them. I took my time. I wasn't lazy. I cleared the whole map with my scouts, and in return, I was able to get lots of speed ups. Now we move to tip number 2. And this is about farming gems. If you guys not farming gems, I highly suggest you to do that, because you can actually get 1000 to 2000 gems per day if you're actually kind of hardcore farming gems. But gem nodes are not that easy to find. But what I'm going to tell you to do is choosing the right commanders. Choosing the right gathering commanders. 31 gems, 31, 33 and 31 again. But if you look at this one, I got 37. So my recommendation is always use gathering commanders that actually gives you extra resources when the gathering is complete, because gems are the premium resource in Rise of Kingdoms. So let's say Matilda, if you take a look at her expertise, it says this commander receives an additional 10% resources when she completes her gathering. Same goes for, I don't know, probably Constance. Yes, again, 10% resources completion of gathering. So when you are farming gems, you definitely want to use your gathering commanders that actually gives extra resources when you gather. Now if you do the math, it actually quite a lot compared to like 31 to 37 is actually pretty big when it comes to farming gems. Guys, our next tip is about the gold keys, but before that, if you guys think any of the information was useful or helpful so far, a simple like and subscribe only takes 1 second but helps the channel a lot. Thank you. Now, we move on to our gold keys. If you haven't done it before, you should definitely save up to 200 gold keys, because there is an achievement that gives you, I mean, it's not much, but it gives you extra stuff when you complete that achievement. And achievement is opening 200 gold keys at once. So before everything else, you definitely want to save up to 200 gold keys and open all of them at once to complete the achievement. But people are asking me, after you complete that, should we keep saving our gold keys? I would say yes, and the reason is this thing called Lucerne Screws. If you take a look at the challenges, we are right now at week 3, but on week 1 we have one challenge that I have not completed. It is recruit one legendary commander from the tavern. If I use my gold keys every single time I get these type of quests, let's say in week 4, in 12 hours later, I will get another quest that tells me to recruit 2 legendary commanders from the tavern. And let's say I used all my gold keys. What if I get the same quest in week 5? Because getting the legendary commanders from the gold keys is not that easy. So you should save your keys. You should wait until week 5. And after that, you should open all your gold keys and you can complete all these quests that tells you to recruit epics or legendary commanders from the tavern. You can complete all of them at once. And that's why you should always save your gold keys until you see the quests of week 1 Lucerne Screws. That was our tip number 3. Save your gold keys for Lucerne Screws. Now we move on to tip number 4. Our next tip is about Season of Conquest, and it's about bastions. If you take a look at these bastions, we have the epic ones, we have the legendary ones, but we actually have different tier of legendaries. Because if you take a look at this little kingdom map right here, legendary bastions in early zones actually gives less crystal speed than the legendary bastions in the later zones. For example, My Charles Martel is level 6, it's Bastion level 6. If I click on view, let's see. So even though he's level 6, he gives us Crystal Mine work speed 10%. But if I take a look at higher zone commanders, for example YSS, he's also level 6, but he gives Crystal Mine work speed 11.5% instead of 10% that I would get it from my Charles Martel. And that's why what you guys need to do after you get all of them to level 6 and unlock their bastions, support skills, what you want to do is to focus on these commanders. These will change, but simply focus on the commanders, focus on the bastions that are in zone 6, zone 7 instead of early zones, because they give you more Crystal Mine work speed compared to other legendary commanders. I think this is quite important to gather as much as crystals that you can get in the long run to maximize the number of season coins that you are going to get at the end of the KVK. And our last tip is also about the Bastion quest. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but as you can see, all my legendary quests are training troops or increasing power. The reason is I'm actually not completing these quests as soon as I can. I'm saving them for another event. For example, right now I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 troop training quests because I cannot increase my power with, I don't know, like technology, because I have max technology. That's why the only way I can do this increasing power quest with training troops, and I also have simple training troop quests. The reason why I save them is something like this. Right now we have also now or never, which requires you to just spending speed ups. So what I'm gonna do is, while I'm doing my Bastion quests, I will also participate in this now or never event. So I'm simply doing 2 different things at the same time, with the same amount of resources, same amount of speed ups, because I saved my Bastion quests, training quests, and that's why now I'm able to do them with now or never event. This could be something else, this could be another training troops or like a power-up event. And of course, instead of going back to epics, let's say even if we didn't have the event, I will still do at least 1 or 2 of these because I want to work on my legendary commanders. I want to work on my legendary bastions. So I don't recommend you to just go back to epics and just wait for an event. Yes, do 1 or 2, but try to save as many as you can and combine them with an event like this. I think this gives you huge value, a lot of extra value, saves you speed ups, saves you resources. I think that's a great one. And if you guys haven't seen our first 5 amazing tips video, you should click on that. A simple like and subscribe will be amazing. I see you guys on that one. Bye.